What's going on, guys? What's going on, Thai Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, which team needs to give their franchise player more hope? Which team needs to give their franchise player more hope? Is that is that is that Jokic or Giannis? Well, I think with the Denver Nuggets personally saying with the Denver Nuggets GM personally saying that they might want to be open to trade Jokic, I do think that's kind of a shocker because how are you going to let somebody that led you to the finals 2 years ago and and just and just trade him away? I think you should build around Jokic, build around Murray, and go forward with that because simple, you're basically not going to find something like Jokic. You're basically, if you do trade Jokic, let's say if Denver does trade Jokic, you're basically not going to find somebody like Jokic anymore in the draft, somebody like Jokic in the draft, or get something back. But we've seen that with the Luka trade. We've seen that with the Luka trade, and how everybody was surprised about that. But I do think that with the Nuggets, like you Westbrook con- denied Westbrook denied his contract with the Nuggets. You have to go out and get a point guard. That is one thing you have to do. You have to go out and get a point guard, a backup point guard, like a Russell Westbrook again. Um, that's the one thing that you have to do is to get a point guard like Russ that can give you 15, give you 8 a night. Because what Russ did for the Denver Nuggets was pretty good. He got off the he came off the bench, gave them a spark. And like with the Denver Nuggets, I think their championship window is still open. Their championship window is still open. It's just going to take more time for the Denver Nuggets to win a championship because you got Jokic, you got Murray. You need to build around that. And if you trade away Jokic, like it's it's a big thing where you're not going to get something back for Jokic or Jokic or um Jokic or um, Murray if you do something like that because then you're blowing up the entire Denver Nuggets. Um, but for the Milwaukee Bucks side of things, like the Bucks are a championship team, but it's the same thing that I said about the Nuggets just a minute ago. Is that the Nuggets are not in the same position as the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks don't know what Giannis is going to do. Like, you don't have Dame. You're probably not going to have Dame for a year or so. And Giannis is still undecided if he's going to clutch a trade or not. With that, it's more like, are you currently going to going to um turn this team around and win a championship, or are you going to are you going to not not put a team around Giannis and let him request a trade. Because the same thing goes for like a superstar like Jokic, a superstar like Halliburton, a superstar like LeBron James, a superstar like Steph Curry. These guys, those guys are franchise players. And like Kevin Durant as well. Those guys are franchise players. And for Giannis, it's more like Giannis wants to see what the Bucks do. But if you have the Bucks still kind of have a championship window if Giannis stays. But when you look at what between Giannis and Joker, they have both been MVPs. They have both, I would say Giannis has a defense player of the year. They have both been All-Stars in the All-Star game for them. This team, like both of these teams, the Denver Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks, they definitely need more help. I can tell you that because you won't find like another Jokic if Jokic doesn't get help. You won't find another Giannis if the Bucks trade Giannis because the Bucks haven't won a championship until 2021 against the Phoenix Suns. And Denver won a championship 2 years ago. So with both, I would say both teams need a little bit of help. You have to find somebody in the draft for the Bucks side of things to say, yeah, we're still a contending team, the Giannis. But on the other hand, you have to say to Jokic for the Denver Nuggets that he's still going to be a franchise guy because we know what the president of the Denver Nuggets said, that he might be open about if there's a possibility for Jokic to get traded. But I think both teams need help because if you want to get over the hump and get over that finals hump, you have to make a move here to just make a move. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there, and peace.